tonight's kind of funny because I kind of took today as like a recovery day, kind of spent time away from my phone, away from technology, social media, and everything. I don't know, like it's full moon right now. I'm looking right at it as I drive. August 9th, full moon. Yesterday, 8/8 Lionsgate portal. If you know, you know. But things are changing, things are happening, the energy is lively, and I've gotten a sudden boost of like energy recently. I've been going to the London Music Hall a lot recently. I went on Wednesday with my friends to go see Michael Marchesi, and then I was there yesterday for emo night with my buddy Mason, and I've been riding this high of just being around people that are living in the moment and being present and dancing and just living life authentically. I'm really feeling that type of energy right now, so I went and looked at any events happening in the city for tonight, and that popped up. I was going to go to a jazz festival, but I decided to go here instead. So, seems fun. I'm going to a rave, DJ Yussi or something. I was just playing his music because I like to learn the artist as I am going to their show, and that happened yesterday and on Wednesday too. So I just go for the vibes. And I'm going for the vibes by myself tonight. I'm going on my own. I've gone to a lot of things on my own, but raving is not one of them. So I'm gonna give that a try, and I'm excited to do this experience. And I don't know if I'm gonna pull up this camera while I'm there, but I might. But the idea is to put myself in maybe like an uncomfortable environment and try to make fun of it, make some friends, have some good times, some good experiences, but also try to like protect my energy and make sure no one's crossing any boundaries and stuff like that at the same time, which can be hard to manage. You know, people are a little crazy out there, you know. So here we go again, another fun adventure. And for those that are like, I don't know how you do it, I don't either, to be honest. I don't know how I do it either. Like, oh, you're so outgoing, you're so that. I am honestly I think like naturally introverted in ways where I really enjoy my solitude. I really like being on my own and spending time alone, but I also love being in environments that give me life and, you know, places where I can connect with others. And I think there's like a healthy balance of both. But at one point I was like on one end of the spectrum where I just really wanted to be on my own, and then there are times where I'm just like, I just need to be around people. But I realized living somewhere in the middle in just about every aspect of your life is kind of where you want to be, and I'm trying my best to learn how to be there. Like, I don't want to be too comfortable, I don't want to be extremely uncomfortable, I want to be somewhere in the middle, and that's just kind of where the universe just wants me to be. So I'm just going to keep doing it, and there are times where I'm just going to hermit, and there are going to be times where I'm just going to be literally going to a rave on my own. So let's do it.
was crazy. Oh my god, guys. I have no idea what just happened, but I am leaving this event with way more than I came in with. I was given like 4 bracelets. I have a little capybara. I was given a sticker. I was given a card. What even just happened? I pulled a card. Oh my goodness. And a sticker. I was given a Superman sticker. Oh. Whew. I have no idea what just happened, but I am so glad that I recorded at the time that I did, because I was really enjoying the moment. I was just so invested, but I felt a calling every once in a while to pick up this camera and just hit record. And one time, as soon as I hit record, my friend just came up and gave me a hug, and I was like, oh my god. That was, I mean, you already saw it. That was quite the experience. And look at the full moon right behind me. That's the full moon behind me. I feel surrounded with love and good energy, and I'm so grateful. I was just gonna go to bed. You know, I took a nap midday, and I was like, I don't know if I want to go back out. Maybe I'll just rest and edit a video or do some work or something, but I'm so glad that I decided to come out tonight, because I came here with nobody. I came here on my own with no real plan, no real, just expectations, like zero expectations, except for knowing that I wanted to be a positive influence in that environment, and I wanted to be someone that could light up the room just by being authentic and real. And the girl that gave me that card, she came up to me and she said that I'm the most beautiful human she's ever seen. And I don't know if I processed that. She said I'm obviously at a loss for words. And it's 1 a.m. I've had way too many late nights recently, but I think it was all worth it and fun, and I just can't believe this is the life that I'm living. All on the full moon, on the night of the full moon. This has been quite the experience. So I am at an intersection that's going to be a red light for a little while, so I just wanted to kind of reflect on what happened tonight. And I went there by myself, and I was a little nervous, not gonna lie, because going to an environment that's high energy on your own. Yeah. But I went in with knowing that, like, I don't care what people think about me, so, like, who cares if I come here alone or if I look like I'm alone? Like, that doesn't bother me. I like doing things alone anyways, and I like to be known for that, and I think we all want to be known for that. But anyways, and I was in the washroom. Like, I went straight to the washroom after getting there, and there was a guy that was in there, and he had, like, a capybara on his, like, satchel or his fanny pack or whatever, and I was like, dude, your outfit is sick, and your capybara is awesome. And he was like, I got something for you. And then he gave me, this is a capybara. Put a capybara on me too. And I named him Rupert. Actually, I didn't name him Rupert. Someone that he was with named him Rupert. So he came out of the washroom, he was like, oh, you gotta meet my friends. And all of a sudden I was raving with a whole bunch of people that I never even knew. And one guy was like, oh, you gotta give him a name. And I said, all right, give him a name. And he was like, Rupert. And I was like, oh my gosh, Ronnie and Rupert, it's amazing. And he was like, oh, Ronnie, I'm Tyler. And it just turned into a beautiful, unexpected connection. And then it just turned into a riot. And then he gave me a bracelet. I'm just gonna turn that on just so I can kind of show you guys. He gave me a whole bunch of bracelets. Like, none of these were here before. So, and he gave me like a leather bracelet, a legitimate bracelet with like a clasp on it. It was amazing. He's like, this is your vibe for sure. And I was like, what? And he's like, hold your hand out. And he put on a leather bracelet. I got 3 bracelets out of that friend group there. Oh my gosh. The ripple effect is real, like, I said one kind thing, and one thing led to the next, and then the next to the next, and then I was all of a sudden with a whole bunch of people that were not a part of my life going into that event. I was going in completely alone, not sure if I was gonna have any fun, but you always have fun if you allow yourself to, but whatever, you know what I mean. And all of a sudden I had all of this love around me, and I hope that inspires somebody out there to try something new, something courageous, something brave, and just put yourself in an uncomfortable situation and be open-minded and be kind and be receptive. And like, if you see someone that could use a pick-me-up, give it to them, because you never really know how far that will stretch. And that's exactly what I did, and it amounted to like the best night ever. And I ended up seeing a lot of friends, and oh my god, Ronnie, that happens a lot out there in events like that. And it's just fun knowing that regardless of whatever your expectations are going into it, it's not going to be anything close. So why set it at all? And if you don't set any expectations, you don't set yourself up for failure. And you just get to live and enjoy in the present moment. And you just get to immerse yourself in every experience, because there's no ulterior motive. There's no other thing you're trying to accomplish or do. It's just exist and be present. All right. Well, it's the next day, and yeah, I'm wearing the same shirt because I like it. To be honest. So I'm gonna wear it again today. But last night was crazy, and I'm still kind of processing that night. There was a lot of realizations that I had tonight, and it probably didn't look like that. Like, I always have fun. People always think that I'm just la-di-da-di-da, oblivious, or just happy-go-lucky, but I'm happy because I'm aware. And it's not because I don't see my shadow selves. There are parts of me that make it difficult to enjoy every experience too, just like every other human experiences. And I'm no exception to that, And going there by myself, I had so many second guesses and thoughts and hesitations, and there were parts of me that were saying, this isn't who you are, like, you can't be on your own like this, this isn't the person that you grew up to be or ever were. What makes you think that you can now? I have those thoughts in my head too, just like you do, but it's not ours. We don't own those. Like, those don't belong to us. That's coming from the ego trying to protect us. And I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing. The ego is really genuinely just trying to look out for us, but it doesn't mean that it's making the right choices or doing the right things. Sometimes it really just holds us back and keeps us down and prevents us from growing, because that's what the ego wants: comfortability. It doesn't want to change. It doesn't want to move. But we should, and we want to, right? Like, we say that we want to, but we listen to our ego more than we listen to our gut instinct, which is that initial first thought that you have when you see something. The first second, the first thing that you think of when you experience something or see something or talk to someone and feel something, that's your gut instinct, and that's what you have to roll with if you're looking to move in authenticity. If you're trying to be authentic, if you're trying to be real, you're trying to live authentically and intentionally and presently, that first thought has to be the choice that you choose. Like, it has to be. Because after that, the ego comes in, and then the second guessing and the hesitation, and then the demons come out and they try to persuade you in different directions. That first thought in your head that you actually intuitively connect with is not necessarily yours. That first emotion that you feel doesn't have to be yours. It can come and go if you just let it bounce off of you. So, all that to say, I had the best night ever. Despite everything that I tried to tell myself before it happened. You can go back home. Just go read a book. Go journal. Do what you do every single night. And it was Saturday night, and I didn't have any plans, I say that I'm someone that's brave and courageous and wants to experience things and see the world and connect with people and make an impact on lives and light up rooms when I walk into them. I say that I want to be those things, and that was the opportunity for me to do that. Despite everything wanting me not to, I still made it happen. And look what came out. Like, actually, now that we're in the daylight, look at these things. I brought the bracelets that the guy gave me. Look at that. Isn't that so nice? Yin yang. Wow. It's so pretty. And yeah, I was given a bunch of other things too. This is one of them. I was given a tarot card. If you're familiar, the Seven of Cups. I got sevens on me. And I happen to be pretty spiritual, actually. For those that didn't know that, I actually happen to practice spirituality quite a bit. And it's definitely helped me feel more enlightened. And there's such a stigma with that word, enlightenment. What does that even mean? Enlightenment is to finally start to see your true inner light. That is what it means to be enlightened. And not even just to feel it, to remember it, because you never lost it. It's to remember the light that you have inside of you. And how do you remember that? By living authentically. Remember it by living authentically. And it's as easy as that. When you are authentic with yourself and you don't let people push you left or right, and you hold your ground, and you don't let yourself push yourself left or right, and you hold true to your own boundaries within yourself, and you move in the ways that you truly want to, that is how you feel authentic. Not letting the ego choose your actions or your words, you choosing them, and not letting any sort of bias sway you in any way. And that's how you start to see your inner light, and that's how you start to love yourself, because you can't love someone that you're not. You have to be yourself in order for you to see every part of yourself. The dark sides, the bright sides, the highs, the lows, the negatives, everything in between, everything that makes you who you are. You have to learn how to love all. You've definitely met someone, and as humans, we're not perfect, and we all know that. No one's perfect. And you've definitely met someone, and despite the flaws, you love everything about them. The parts that they hate most about themselves eventually become the parts that you love the most. The laugh that they hate becomes your favorite laugh in the world. Or that quirky thing that they do and they just don't realize it, but they're so embarrassed by it, happens to be the cutest thing you think about them. You've felt those things. And they don't view it the same way that you do. And the same methodology could be applied to yourself, right? You don't have to be perfect to love an aspect. And there are bits of you that you realize aren't perfect, but that's exactly what makes you who you are. And that's what differentiates, the things that you dislike or hate, hate's such a strong word, but the things that you don't resonate with and that you do resonate with makes you who you are. And that's what makes the person beside you who they are, and so on and so forth. And if everybody thought the same way, then everyone would be the same. And if everyone was the same, what makes you unique? What makes you different? So when you start to look at yourself and you realize the parts of you that aren't perfect or aren't perceived as the norm or this or that, and you don't view them as negative things, and you actually learn to love them, because that's what makes you different than the person beside you. When you learn to love that part of yourself more than the parts that you already love about yourself, because you can do that in other people already, and you know that. If you can apply that same thing to yourself, people see that. Oh, that's my fuel low tank, which probably means that I need some breakfast. All that to say, I hope that hit home for someone out there, because you don't have to be perfect to love yourself. It literally makes you who you are. It's what makes up the person that you love. That's it. Oh, man. I'm just feeling all the things right now, and I'm so grateful to be living the life that I'm living. And I'll probably say that every day to this camera, just because I say that every day to myself. I say that in my journal entries every single night. And when I started doing that, when I started writing grateful always or forever grateful in the sign-offs of my journal entries, when I started doing that, it felt so weird and so fake. Wow, yeah, so cheesy, so corny. What are you grateful for, buddy? Aren't we all grateful? But it felt weird and corny and inauthentic until it wasn't, until it became a part of me, because it ingrained itself in me, because I was consistent enough with saying it until I believed it to be true. And that's what makes up your own thoughts. You get to choose your belief system. You get to choose. You don't have to let others allow you. You don't have to let society choose that for you. If someone likes something, it doesn't mean that you have to. And if you just choose to like it because this person likes it and you want to be validated, then you're no longer be authentic yourself. There's nothing wrong with not resonating with something, just like there isn't anything wrong with resonating with something. If you're listening to this, I love you, man. Or woman. Human. More than anything. And if you ever need advice or someone to confide in, feel free to reach out. Over social media, you can DM me, you can message me on YouTube, you can shoot me an email. Whatever. If there's someone out there that wants advice or just anything that they think I can provide, I would love to provide that opportunity. I don't know what that might look like. It's going to depend on whatever you need from me or whoever messages or... Yeah.